So today I wanted to go over the why, the what, and the where as far as living on a houseboat, and for us living on a houseboat in the Florida Keys. And we've done a bunch of videos on the boat, the Mystic behind us that you can see, the little boat, projects, the table that we're sitting at, all these different videos. But I wanted to specifically talk for us, why do we do it? And it's living on the water for us, it's all the things that you could probably think of. It's the fresh air, it's the blue water, the sunsets, the sunrises, the variety of fishing, whether we're sport fishing for tarpon or we're catching yellowtail at the reef, running offshore for tuna. We love doing all that, and even jumping in the water and snorkeling and digging up some lobster. That is just a blast to us. Not only is it a blast, what we truly like about that is getting back here to this table and to our houseboat, and we have the grill and making a nice meal for everybody and enjoying our fresh catch with each other. It truly is a Keys life, and it's not just offshore and a day on the water here. It's the restaurants, it's the museums, the places to visit, the seminars that they have about the Keys history. The whole package is fantastic. The locals, the people, and even the people in this basin, which I'll get to that a little later, is the where. We chose this space specifically because we had gotten to know it, and we wanted to be right here because of the people, the location, and all that. But it definitely is the why. It's a happier way of living for us, and being on the water or sleeping on a houseboat on the water, or just sitting here watching a sunset and listening to the music in the background. It's what we love. Now, the what. There's a couple different whats that I want to talk about. One is I've had a couple comments in some of our videos. People either asking about what's your hurricane, what do you do if a hurricane comes? I believe one person wrote, it's all fine until a hurricane comes through and then you're looking at Tahiti. Not really quite sure what that meant, but so if a hurricane's coming and it's going to be bad, we leave. As far as, that's the biggest part of our escape plan. If it's going to be a major hurricane, we get out of its way. The Mystic behind us, the houseboat, my game plan is I've scouted different areas around here, and I got about 3 or 4 spots where I can go hide this boat in the mangroves and tie it down like a spider web and hope it makes it through it. And we get out of harm's way, and worst case scenario, if we lose our boat, we'll get another one. But for some people that are truly worried about that, I guess maybe paradise isn't for everyone, but we can get through the hurricanes. We're used to it. We're Floridians. Now, the other what that I want to talk about is maintenance. So what do I do when I'm here? I love the why, and I love getting out fishing and boating and having fun and a day on the water. But when you have a vessel on the water, like the Mystic here, our houseboat, there's always something. You got to make sure your lines are always good and not chafed, and make sure they're in good shape. Bilges are a major thing here. I feel like I change bilges every couple weeks. It's not true, but we do go through a lot of bilges. They're just not made like they used to, but I'm always on top of my bilges. And not only am I on my bilges, I always have like 2 backup bilges and 2 backup batteries. So if one system fails, the other one's there to take care of it. Plus, we always have a sump pump here in case we see another boat that might be in distress that we got to pump out, because you don't want your boat to sink, and that's a major worry when it's on the water, obviously. So maintenance on that kind of stuff. People have asked about like with the septic, the pump out. Well, we have they come by and they pump it here. Once a week they come by, they hook up a machine and they pump it out. Eventually we're going to have our own systems that we hook up. We'll work on that. But bottom line, there is always something to do and always a project. Now, we're not here full time yet. I'm close because I'm close to retirement. But when we are here, there seems to always be something to do, whether it's an AC that needs to be fixed or something needs to be painted, the bilges, maybe a window's leaking, or we're upgrading the galley or the head, or maybe something as simple as just organizing the entire boat, because we're living in a very small space. So it's very clean and open and organized, but when you get 2 or 3 people in there and you get messy for a couple days, it turns into a hot mess. So that's a thing in itself. Now, the where. For us, it's Isla Morada, but there's people that love Key Largo, people that love Marathon, people that love Key West. There's different options for living on the water. You can rent. There's liveaboard marinas all up and down the Keys, where you can get a monthly rental for your boat. Off the top of my head, I think Key Largo, the name of it is Mangrove Marina. There's one here, Coral Bay is one, and then further down south, all the way down in Key West, I think one of them is called Key West Bite, but there's a lot of them. You just got to Google it and find them, search, research, make sure it's something, an area that you like, because it's location. It's not just because you're in the Keys. For me, it's the people, the amenities, all the stuff, and that's if you're renting. Now, to buy, there's other options, not as many to rent, but Key West has some, Stock Island, Marathon, Coco Plum, I think on Sombrero Boulevard there, where that's, what is that, Boot Key Harbor, there's some for sale in there, and then where I'm at here, the Isla Morada Yacht Basin. Now, I think you're probably going to pay anywhere between $220,000 to $30,000 to, I think I just looked a while ago, I found one in Key West, a boat slip that was over $1 million. So it's whatever you want to be, where you want to be, and what you're willing to pay. But you always just got to keep your head up looking for something to buy if that's what you want to do. Then the other option is you could live on the hook out here and find a way to get on the land, and there's a lot of logistics involved in that. That's not for my wife and I, because you're locked to the boat. At least here, get out, I'm sitting at the table like I'm talking to you. We got our vehicle, we got access to everything. We got our little boat tied up right alongside there that we can go. But picking the right location is very crucial. Not only that, picking the right boat. For us, we like the houseboats. Some marinas won't allow a houseboat, some do. You have to do your history, maybe find a good, find a realtor, which Leslie does. There's a lot of them here, to know the ins and outs of the different marinas. But we like a houseboat. Some people like a catamaran. Some people like, just the big sea rays. There's just a variety of different boats that you can pick, and it has to fit your needs, whether you want something open and big. For us, we want something open and big. We don't take the boat out a lot, so we have the little boat next to it, the bushwacker. Some people actually just have like a little dinghy right alongside their boat, and they jump in their little dinghy and they can zip all around here in Isla Morada, go lobster and do a little fishing and come back, and it's perfect for them. The bigger boats sometimes don't fit the bridges, and that's another thing. Key Largo doesn't have a lot of bridges to get in and out from the Gulf to the Atlantic side. Isla Morada has a lot more. Marathon has a lot more. So that's something else to keep into consideration. The waterways and what you like about it. Not only the waterways, but the location of the bridges. So which island each has its own amenities, and it has its own benefits, whether it's stores, CVS's, Publix, bait shops, stuff like that. Some of the more rural islands will have less of that, but they'll have less people, which that's a good thing sometimes. Key West, a lot of people, a lot of tourism, a lot of crowds. Here in Isla Morada, we still get a lot of tourism, obviously, but it's not as cramped as Key West. So picking the right island is definitely crucial. Events is another big thing. Like for us, we got Founders Park. There's always something, always a festival or a flea market or something that we can go visit, and we like that, and it's just the right population for us, the amount of people. So people is very important to Leslie and I, and that's why we fell in love with Islamorada and Islamorada Yacht Basin and all the people. And there's good people everywhere, but just like moving into a neighborhood, we're very happy here with it. This is our family, and we enjoy it. So I just really wanted to go over that with you guys and discuss some of those topics, because it's been addressed in some of my comments and stuff. So I figured this would be a good time to do that. I'm going to show you guys some clips of some of the fun that we're having and some of the stuff that we do. If you have any other questions, please feel free to leave a comment or reach out. Or if you guys are ever in Islamorada, swing by here at Lorelei's, the Islamorada Yacht Basin where I'm at. We actually had a couple people show up last night, said they had watched the videos looking for us. I gave them a couple hats. We had a good time, sat down and talked and stuff. It was fantastic. It's awesome to see that you guys are interested in the videos and liking this. So I like sitting down and sharing some time with you and having a cocktail and laughing. So again, guys, if you have any questions, concerns, comments, leave them. And thanks for watching. And remember, Salty Bushwhacker, it's a way of living. Cheers.